My name is MEGHAN BARP. I'm the President and CEO of United Way of Greenville County, and I'm one of the 3 co-founders of the Racial Equity and Economic Mobility Commission, along with the Greenville Chamber of Commerce and the Urban League of the Upstate. We got involved in REEM, as we fondly call it, in mid-2020, and the reason why we did that is because we knew that there was a national reckoning as it relates to racial inequalities around our country. We're in the midst of COVID-19, of course, as well, where we saw significant racial inequities there as it relates to health disparities. And, I called up Carlos Phillips, mainly to check and see how he was doing, and Sean DOGAN as well, to have a conversation about their families and our community and what we could do together collectively to change Greenville and Greenville County for the better as it relates to our racial inequities that we're facing right here at home. And our first idea was, let's write an op-ed and educate the community on these needs and what we're seeing and how we might approach it. And we did a really strong call to action as part of that as well. And after releasing that, we thought, gosh, the call to action is actually to our organizations and our broader community to do something. And out of that, we formed the Racial Equity and Economic Mobility Commission.
I'm Carlos Phillips, President and CEO of the Greenville Chamber, where our vision is of a globally competitive upstate economy where businesses succeed and people prosper. We enter this work because we just feel that the more that we can eradicate race-based disparities in income, health, education, and justice, the closer we'll come to achieving that vision.
My name is Sean DOGAN, and I am the former interim CEO and President of the Urban League of the Upstate. This is real. Anytime a young person, especially a person of color, is born in the lower quintile economically in our county, they only have a 4% chance of reaching the top quintile. That is absurd. And we as a community can do something about it. The REEM Commission is committed to making sure that recommendations don't just sit on a shelf, but that they have actionable strategies behind it in order that we can advance for our future.
This is not a study that we look at all the issues, we talk about it a lot, and then we file it away for someone else to do something with. We've been very strategic about wanting to use that data, but also understand how we can move this work forward as it relates to 5 different areas: income and wealth, health and wellness, education, criminal justice, and community-wide learning. And we have work groups on each of those areas that are really charged to bring together the 2 to 3 recommendations that they have on where we can move the needle in Greenville County to improve lives for African American residents. And that's what's so impactful about this, is that it will be real examples of work and efforts that we can move forward to make a difference.
My name is Jessica Donnan, and I am with EY, and I serve on the Income and Wealth Subcommittee, where we're focused on developing foundational work to eliminate the wealth gap that exists between Black and white individuals in our community. The way that we plan to eradicate this wealth gap is ensuring a livable wage, also our collective action to create housing stability, and of course, the long-term commitment and support to the Black-owned business community.
Hi, I'm Dr. SHANIECE CRISS. I work at Furman University, and I'm a Travelers Rest City Council member. I serve as co-chair on the Health and Wellness Committee for the REEM Commission. We are passionate and committed to health equity. Health equity means that everybody has access and opportunity to optimal health. The issue right here in our community is that there are health disparities, and we see that within the Black community. And we see them from birth, when people take their first breath, to death, when people take their last. So we know we have to do something about it. We have looked specifically at birth outcomes dealing with the mother and the child, obesity, which is linked to many chronic conditions, mental health, and access to care. We know that it's gonna take partnership for us to move forward with solutions. We wanna partner with community members, organizations, private and public entities to make long-lasting solutions. We believe Greenville County can be a place where health flourishes for all.
I'm KATY Smith. I lead the Greenville Partnership for Philanthropy, a network of funders in Greenville County. and I co-chair the Community-Wide Learning Committee of REEM. The Community-Wide Learning Committee is focused on helping the community develop a shared understanding of economic mobility and racism and its history in Greenville County, but more importantly, of helping us develop solutions together to learn how to talk with one another, to listen to one another, and really come up with a shared longing for what we want Greenville County to be. Some of the things we're planning to do are sessions in which residents of Greenville County can converse with one another and learn how to have good substantive conversations, in which people can learn about the history of Greenville County in engaging and interesting ways, in which people can learn about ways to improve our community and economic mobility for everybody here.
I'm Stacey Mills, and I have the privilege of serving as the Assistant Vice Chancellor for Regional Engagement and Executive Director of the USC Upstate Greenville campus, and I serve as Senior Minister at Mountain View Baptist Church in downtown Greenville. I think those two roles serve wonderfully in this capacity for us to be able to participate in the Education Subcommittee, whose focus is on early learning, academic proficiency, graduation, and post-secondary success for all of our students in Greenville County. The pedagogy suggests that theories of learning may not necessarily be the same for all students, but the wraparound services, we can help students get to their finish line together in a more efficient way. And we believe that this is the right time for the right conversation to expand our knowledge and to increase our reach to make sure that people are having an equitable experience in Greenville.
I'm Howie Thompson. I'm the Chief of Police for the City of Greenville, and I'm a co-chair for the Criminal Justice Committee of the REEM Commission. The Criminal Justice Subcommittee has focused on 3 individual areas that we think will assist in ensuring that everybody is treated equitably. Intervention and prevention, especially involving youth. We want to prevent youth from even entering the system. Re-entry for our returning citizens. People coming back to the communities from prison need help, and we want to ensure they get that help. And also work with law enforcement agencies, the judicial system, and probation and parole, all law enforcement, parts of law enforcement and the criminal justice system to ensure that everyone in the system is treated equitably.
I'm David LOMINACK. I'm the South Carolina Market President for TD Bank here in Greenville, and I'm also the co-chair of the Greenville County Racial Equity and Economic Mobility Commission. REEM is important to me because I'm born and raised in Greenville. I love Greenville, and there are so many wonderful things about Greenville, but we also have to take a step back and realize that our history isn't perfect, and nor are we perfect today. There are citizens in our community that are not enjoying the benefits that many of us have been able to enjoy about Greenville. And REEM is an opportunity for us to tackle the health disparities, the criminal justice disparities, the education disparities, and the income disparities in our community. And I'm so proud of what the Commission has been doing in the last 15 months, and I'm proud of the recommendations they're putting forth, which we hope to put forth in front of the community by the end of this year.
My name is MERL Floyd Cody. I am a retired municipal court judge, retired lawyer, retired mediator. And I now am spending my time trying to do whatever I may be able to do to enhance my community to racial relations. This REEM Commission is a way of focusing, if you will, the assets of this community to address the inequities that exist. The inequitable disparities in education and policing and health and wellness all came to the light by statistical data that says we can address those issues as a community, because there are chances and hope for us to change the plight of people in our community, our brothers, our sisters, our cousins, our neighbors, so that we can have a harmonious place to live, different from anywhere else maybe, but we have the capacity to be different. If you find something that makes you want to get involved in what we are attempting to do in Greenville County, please visit the website, REEMGVL.org. Please visit, sign up, volunteer, get involved, and help us change the place we live.